Hey everybody, it's the AllEars crew. I'm Molly.
I'm Breedlove.
And we are back at Epcot today with a brand new video. We've done this at the other parks and now it's Epcot's turn. Breedlove and I are gonna split up and go 2 different ways in the parks to see who can get through the most popular attractions first.
I'm gonna start at Spaceship Earth. Molly is starting at Test Track. Who's gonna make it around the literal world first?
We're gonna share tips and tricks along the way, help you plan your day at Epcot. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm excited. Let's get in there.
Let's do it.
It's about 10:45 a.m. right now. The park officially opens at 11, but as you can see, they have let people in here. In my experience, they typically open the toll plazas around 10:15. So definitely a good idea if you want to ride a bunch of attractions to get here as early as you can and head to some of those big names. Now the attractions that we are going to be covering today, 5 of the biggest here at Epcot. You've got Test Track, you've got Mission Space, you've got Frozen Ever After, you've got Soarin' Around the World, and of course you've got Spaceship Earth. So the longest lines typically in this park are Test Track, Soarin', and Frozen Ever After. So we're going to see if it's smarter to hit Test Track first or later. One of us is going to get caught in a longer line, I think, throughout the day, but we're going to help you plan out your Epcot vacation day. Most people, when they enter the park, do choose to hit Test Track first. It's a very popular attraction, and I can already see that the line is going back pretty far. It's extending back this way. Now, I also want to point out that Test Track is one of those attractions that often has a delayed opening. For technical difficulties or whatever the reason is, there are a lot of times that Test Track does not open on time. So let's hope it does today. The cast member guessed about 90 minutes from this point. I wonder how Breedlove's doing. He's probably already ridden Spaceship Earth.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to start here at Spaceship Earth. Currently, no wait time posted, and people appear to be walking right in. Now, the park does not technically open for about another 15 minutes, but we are here early. At almost exactly the 1 minute mark, we are already inside, about to load. So this is as much of a walk-on as we will probably see today, my friends. Wow, I wonder where Molly is now.
Line update, it's been about 10 minutes and I'm now outside of the actual attraction Test Track. It's definitely running, I can hear those cars. The posted wait when we got in line was 90 minutes, and I know you can't read it on the screen, but now the posted wait is 110 minutes, so just shy of 2 hours. We will see how long this ends up taking.
Never gets old. Literally, I could ride Spaceship Earth all day, every day. All right, so I did just hear from Molly. She is in a very long line for Test Track right now. We've already completed our first ride. We're on our way now over to Soarin', so we will see how we do over at Soarin', but I know Molly's in a very long line right now. All right, we are here about to ride Soarin'. You'll experience a gentle thrill on this ride as it simulates hang gliding over some of the world's most iconic destinations like the Taj Mahal and the Eiffel Tower. There's a 40-inch height requirement, and it's everyone's mom's favorite ride, including mine, Mama Ruth. This one's for you, Mama. Let's do it. 35 minutes is the posted wait time. I'm gonna go ahead and set our timer and see how long it ends up really being. Thank you.
Right on down, guys, right on down.
All right, and at 23 minutes, we are loaded onto our ride vehicles here. Did I tear up a little bit? Yes, I did. Did I need to ride that today? Absolutely, I did. There are some days when you just need to ride Soarin'. Today was definitely one of those days for me, and it just brought me a lot of joy. All right, we don't have time to waste being emotional. We have to make our way all the way to Norway now to get in line for Frozen Ever After.
Time check update. It's been about 40 minutes. I'm about to go inside. Perhaps you're watching this and you're wondering, why is everyone waiting this long for an attraction? What could possibly be so fun about Test Track? Test Track is a thrill ride here at Epcot. It is the fastest ride in Walt Disney World. It gets up to almost 65 miles an hour. You are going to go on the Sim Track, sponsored by Chevrolet, and you are going to test out new ride vehicles. It has a 40-inch height requirement. Lots of people love it, as you can see by this wildly long line. The original iteration of Test Track was actually about being a crash test dummy, and I kind of liked that version more, but what's really fun about this version is that you get to design your own car and then test it out on 4 different levels. But your car is going to go through different tests: efficiency, capability, power, and you're going to see how good your car is. Wait time update. I know for a fact that Breedlove has already ridden at least 2 attractions. He's probably in line for Frozen right now, and I am still here at Test Track. It's been exactly an hour since I got in line. I'm pretty close. I don't think it's going to be a whole half hour more, so I think it'll be under 90 minutes, but this has definitely been a lengthy line. Breedlove's definitely got the jump on me. He is moving quick, but he's going to have to ride Test Track at some point, and I think he's going to get stopped.
All right, we are headed to Norway to ride Frozen Ever After. I just checked in with Molly, who is still in line for Test Track. I did just check the My Disney Experience app. There's a posted wait time of 45 minutes right now for Frozen Ever After. Based on the way things have gone for us so far, I kind of think it's going to be a little bit shorter than that for some reason. All right, so the line is starting in almost China. In this little middle ground between Norway and China, this neutral backstage entrance. So again, I've been in lines that started much further back than this. Ended up being around probably the 40-minute mark. All right, we've been in line for about 10 minutes and we're moving along very quickly. Interestingly, the standby line sign just changed here to 60 minutes, but I think we're going to get in even less time than the original posted wait time of 45.
Here we are, an hour and 15 minutes later, and I'm about to board my first attraction, Test Track.
We'll begin with the capability test to see how your vehicle designs perform under challenging weather and surface conditions.
Monitoring road surface.
Test Track, check it off the list. It's the only thing we could check off so far. Ended up waiting about an hour and 15 minutes for Test Track. It is now, as I'm getting off, posted at a 70-minute wait, which is less than I just waited. So I think so far we're learning, unless you're like the first people into the park, Test Track is not the way to go, because I do know that Breedlove is already over in Norway.
And at 37 minutes, we are about to load. We are going to row 1. And once again, 37 minutes, and we're at the front of the line. And at 38 minutes, we have now boarded our boat. All right, that was great. I did get a mouthful of Arendelle agua. See what I did there? Yeah, I got splashed in the mouth with some of that nasty water. But other than that, it was great not having the plastic dividers. The sight lines weren't obscured, and I was able to see everything crystal clear, even though, yes, I was in the front. There weren't plastic barriers in the front anyway, but the people behind me got to see everything as well, which is really nice. Now we have to head to Mission Space. I think Molly might be there right now herself. It's gonna be close, but I'm almost done.
All right, the good news is Mission Space only has a 25-minute wait. The bad news is it's Mission Space. I'm just kidding, I'm giving it some grief. Mission Space is a space simulator attraction. There are 2 different versions of it. There's the green version, which is a 25-minute wait. The orange version has a 45-minute wait. The green is less intense, has a 40-inch height requirement. The orange is more intense, has a 44-inch height requirement. The orange makes me very, very nauseous, so be very cautious before you do the orange. I know Breedlove is gonna talk about this, but Mission Space sits where Horizons used to be, which is like his favorite attraction of all time. It was an old school Epcot attraction. Actually, that giant wheel is part of Horizons, which is really, really neat that they recycled that here into Mission Space. Okay, it's been less than 10 minutes and I'm already headed into the pre-show area. What's interesting about this attraction is that while a lot of pre-shows weren't running during the closure just because of the close proximity and the capacity, they always ran this one because they have to warn you like 58 different times that this ride may make you nauseous.
You're here today to train for the greatest adventure in the history of mankind, space travel.
Ask a uniformed crew member for directions.
Welcome aboard, team. After you get settled, check out your watch. And for landing, activate manuals.
Here we go, Scott. Lift off. All the towers clear. They're all your leader.
Yes.
Initiate thrusters to adjust pitch.
Okay.
Now, continue across the United States.
Okay, Mission Space, check it off the list. The green side really doesn't make me that nauseous, but it makes my eyes water so much. It is a fun attraction. If you like simulators, if you like space, if the line's not that long, go check it out. Again, don't ride the orange unless you're sure you can ride the orange, because it is intense. The posted wait time was 25 minutes for the green side. I was in the pre-show, which is normally when Disney stops the clock, in under 10 minutes, and it was about 8 minutes actually, and I was on the actual ride 10 minutes after that, so 18 minutes to actually physically sit in the cockpit, which is not too bad. And now I'm headed to Frozen Ever After. Excuse me, sir, do you know how to get to Frozen Ever After?
Yes, take the Odyssey Bridge.
The Odyssey Bridge, thank you. Have you been to Arendelle?
Odyssey, rest in peace.
Have you been to Arendelle?
Yes, and I got Arendelle Agua in my mouth.
Is that a brand I could purchase? Is that a souvenir? Is that a must-have?
Please avoid it. I'm feeling queasy.
Seems like a must-have.
Okay, good news. Green Mission is only 25 minutes. The 45 minutes on the My Disney Experience app was for the Orange Mission. So thank you, Molly, once again for choosing Green Mission because it's a lot shorter. It's 20 minutes shorter than the Orange Mission. Under 5 minutes, we are already in this first little loading area where we will watch an informative film. But we are seeming to breeze through here a lot faster than 25 minutes.
Today to train for the greatest adventure in the history of mankind, space travel.
All right, at 11 minutes, we are now just about to enter the actual area where we board the ride vehicle. So check that off the list. We have one more ride to do. It's Test Track. I have no idea what the posted wait time is right now. We got to check the My Disney Experience app.
Let's do a little wait time update. It's about 12:50 right now. So the park has technically been open for a little under 2 hours. However, we did get into the park a little bit early. Right now, the longest posted wait in the park is at Test Track with a 70-minute wait. Soarin is next at 50. The app says Mission Space is 45, but I believe that's still just for the green side. I'm sorry, for the orange side. And then everything else, Frozen has 40, Living with the Land, the Seas, Spaceship Earth, they all have around 30 to 40. So it's a pretty busy day here at Epcot. Okay, we are scooting through Mexico. We're gonna go get in line at Frozen Ever After. I do see the sky. It's getting a little gloomy. And I do know that Breedlove still has to ride Test Track, so maybe it's gonna be that riding Test Track and waiting over an hour for it is better than riding no Test Track.
Oh my goodness, news flash. Here I am walking right next door to Test Track. It's actually closed right now, which does happen because part of it is outdoors. When there are storm clouds or lightning detected nearby, they will often close this one down, kind of like Splash Mountain and some of the other rides you'll find around the parks. That doesn't mean you can't get in line for it. It just means you don't know. There's no projected wait time. There's nothing posted. There's no nothing. I am just getting in line in good faith.
Okay, we have made it to Norway. There's Frozen Ever After. We are gonna look for the end of Frozen Ever After. This seems not terrible. It's a posted 40-minute wait right now, 40. I got in line 15 minutes ago and I am here. It has gone up to 55 minutes since I got in line on the sign outside the attraction. Frozen Ever After, I will say I really enjoy it. It's a very cool animatronic attraction. The animatronics are really, really neat. It tells the story of Frozen, family-themed attraction, so the whole family can ride it, no height requirements. Some people definitely miss Maelstrom, which was the attraction that was here before, but I think Frozen fits, and you know Disney was going to make a Frozen attraction, so this is the perfect spot for it. A couple cool details in the Norway Pavilion. One, there's actually a sword hidden in that waterfall. It's really hard to see. And then two, I love this one. If you look up before you go in the building, you can see that there's a little guy up there, but he looks pretty familiar to me, and it's actually Kristoff from Frozen, our favorite ice carver right there. I love it. But I actually did a video where I was trapped in Norway, found a lot of really cool details. We can link that for you. It's a lot of fun. And we're about to go inside. I love all the details in this queue. You've got a sign about Beware the Duke of Wesselton. You've got summer ice now available. You've got Prince Hans disgraced in a newspaper clipping. I just really like the details in here. And here's the story of our attraction.
All right, so I did try to get in line and wait, you know, as long as it would take. They're actually not letting anybody else who isn't already in the line right now. So I'm standing by. I'm gonna wait here and see as soon as they start letting people in again, we are going to jump in line. But I'm gonna go ahead and count this as part of the line. I'm gonna start our timer right now and see what happens. Literally anything could happen. This is pretty wild, but this is something that definitely happens here in Epcot.
At this time, we are closed due to inclement weather within our vicinity, with no ETA to will return to normal operation.
All right, it's been confirmed that inclement weather is the culprit here at Test Track. The cast member explained they have no idea when we could be up and running again. They're not letting new people into the line, only the people who have already gotten in line. And so it's just a waiting game, friends. I found a nice bench here. I can see the entrance, so as soon as they start letting people in, we will get in line. But until that point, we have nothing to do but sit here and wait.
Line check, it's been 30 minutes and we are scooting into Oaken's Tokens. There's Oaken right there, drawing himself a little Olaf. It's so, hi! Yeah. Okay, it's been 35 minutes and I am loading onto Frozen right this very minute. Very exciting. Good news. It was only a 35-minute wait to get on Frozen Ever After. I do like that attraction. I think it's really fun. I think it's a must-do at Epcot, especially if you Frozen fans. I am headed now to Soarin, and then I have to do Soarin and Spaceship Earth. I think both are going to have a little bit longer lines, especially because it's raining. People are going to be trying to get out of the rain and go into indoor attractions. But I also know Breedlove right now can't ride Test Track, so we'll see what happens.
Well, it's been 18 minutes. They still have not let anybody else through. And it is now starting to rain and thunder and lightning. There's my little bench I was sitting on for 18 minutes, but now I'm having to go under this covering. I think all in all, Molly will have waited the least length of time to get on all the rides.
It's a little before 2. It's about 1:50 right now. I'm scooting over towards the Land Pavilion. As you can see, it's pretty blustery and gray over there. I did put my rain jacket on, but now it's not really even sprinkling, so I think it's gonna clear out as most summer storms do in Walt Disney World. I know Breedlove is stuck at Test Track. It's temporarily closed. It's the only attraction in this park that closes because of inclement weather, so that is something you're gonna wanna plan for when you're in Walt Disney World. Breedlove definitely would have gone the smarter way, but with the weather playing in, it may seem like I went the smarter way this morning, so we'll find out. And then of course, where we are headed, Soarin' Around the World. This is that hang gliding attraction where you soar around the world, as the name would suggest. I know I'm dropping incredibly deep information right there. But this is one of my, well, actually, this is my favorite attraction in Epcot, probably because it's awesome, but mostly because it's my mom's favorite attraction in all of Walt Disney World.
And it's everyone's mom's favorite ride, including mine, Mama Ruth.
Soarin' has a 40-inch height requirement and a 40-minute wait right now, so double the 40, double the fun. We'll see if it actually takes a full 40 minutes.
Well, it's been 42 minutes. I'm still standing out here waiting to see if this line is going to open up. Molly is zipping her way around rides that are all indoors, therefore they don't have to close for inclement weather. We've been out here for almost 45 minutes and there is no movement in sight.
I am getting ready to load into my hand glider row. I'm very excited. I do see that it looks like the pre-show is back to normal. For a while, they were having half the people stand out here in the hallway area and then the other half go into the pre-show to distance. So it looks like it is back to normal. Hello, how are you? Just one. Row 1, B1. Best day of my life, thank you. Okay, so you can't request rows right now just because they are still dealing with distancing and capacity and they're trying to figure everybody out. So they're asking that you not request rows, but it is scientifically proven that row 1 in section B is the best seat on Soarin' because the picture isn't distorted on the screen, and I just got V1. What a great day. What a great day. Okay, well, Soarin', it only took 19 minutes to get into the pre-show, which is where Patrick Warburton speaks to you. Disney actually stops the clock on their waits as soon as you get to the pre-show. They consider that to be the beginning of the attraction. But then it was about 23 minutes for me to actually get into the theater and sit. I love Soarin'. It is an absolute must-do. It would be definitely one attraction I told you you must do when you come to Epcot. So great. Love that attraction. And now I'm just headed to my last one, and I can hear the rumblings, which means I know Breedlove is still just sadly sitting outside of Test Track. So I guess the question today is going to be, is it better to wait an hour and 15 minutes for Test Track or not ride Test Track at all? And I think only you and your heart can decide that.
Well, I've moved benches. It's been about an hour and 5 minutes. I'm still waiting for them to open up the line here at Test Track. We'll just have to wait here and see.
It's 2:30 as I roll up towards Spaceship Earth, my final attraction of the day. Little wait time update for you. Of course, Test Track is still temporarily closed because of weather. Frozen Ever After is at 40. Soarin' is down to 30, which is much more close to what I actually just waited. Everything else is around 20 to 30, including Spaceship Earth, which is at 20. So we shall see what it ends up being today. It's gonna rain a lot in Florida, and one question we get asked a lot are, which park should I go to when it's raining? In my opinion, Epcot's not a bad choice because only one attraction closes, but a big appeal of Epcot is walking around World Showcase, especially if there's a festival going on. That's not super fun in the rain. I actually think Magic Kingdom in the rain's not a bad choice. The things are close to each other, and while some big attractions will close because of inclement weather, like Big Thunder Mountain Railroad or Splash Mountain or Dumbo, a lot of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train will close, but a lot of great things are gonna stay open. Space Mountain, Peter Pan's Flight, a lot of things in Fantasyland, Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean. A lot of your big attractions are gonna stay open in the rain. Animal Kingdom can be fun, but it's pretty spaced out. Some big ones go down there as well, like Expedition Everest and Kilimanjaro Safaris can go down in the weather. Sometimes Safaris doesn't though, because the trucks are grounded. So sometimes you can do a safari in the rain if the weather's not bad and if it's not too bad. And that's actually really fun because the animals like to play in the puddles. So that's not a bad choice either. Hollywood Studios, they have a lot of stuff indoors as well. Of course, you're going to lose Slinky Dog, but you can still do Smugglers, Rise of the Resistance, Tower of Terror, Toy Story Mania. There's a lot of great things you can still do over at Hollywood Studios as well if it's raining. So it's kind of up to you, but it's probably going to rain if you're here in the summer. All right, we've got a posted wait time of 20 minutes rolling into Spaceship Earth, but it looks like the queue is literally just to here. So I don't think that's going to be 20 minutes, especially considering this is an Omni-Mover attraction, meaning the cars are consistently moving and loading. So it feels like we are going to end. Oh, it just swapped to 5. I feel like that's a little more accurate. And we are moving and grooving through the Spaceship Earth queue. We're almost to the load area. Again, it was 20 minutes when I first started getting in line, and then it dropped to 5. It's been 2 minutes since I started walking. Maybe, definitely a walk on.
Well, friends, it's been an hour and 24 minutes that we've been waiting here, and the storm has only just now hit. There is no way we are getting on Test Track anytime soon, I can tell you that. Molly is riding Spaceship Earth as we speak. This one's going to Molly's route today.
All right, we have learned all about communication throughout time. I do love Spaceship Earth, a must-do for me. It's kind of your quintessential original Epcot feel of an attraction. Okay, so plot twist. I was done first because Breedlove can't even ride Test Track, and it's still sprinkling and thundering, so I don't know if he will be able to anytime soon. So I'm gonna go head over and see what he's up to. I see my friend though. I see Breedlove just hanging out at Test Track. At least he's under the cover. Okay, so how was your day?
My day started out great.
Yeah.
We were zipping on all the rides, having a great time, and then we got to Test Track and no line.
And no ride.
And no rides.
And I had the literal opposite day where I waited 75 minutes to ride Test Track first thing this morning, but then I didn't wait too long for anything else, and I did get to ride Test Track.
Right.
So I think the moral of the story is in the summertime, you have to decide if you want to bite the bullet and wait in a long line for an outdoor attraction in the morning, or if you want to roll the dice.
Absolutely. If Test Track is a must-do for you and your family, definitely prioritize it, in my opinion, at the beginning of the day.
I agree.
You got to ride it?
I agree.
I didn't.
And if Test Track, Test Track for me, not my number one, but take this same logic into your outdoor attraction of your choice at the other parks.
Right.
Think about Splash Mountain, think about Hagrid's and Velocicoaster over at Universal. If there's an outdoor attraction you want to do and you're coming to visit in the summertime,
this happens.
every day.
Every day.
So Breedlove and I would love to stick around and see how long it takes for Test Track to reopen, but much like many of you on vacation, we've got plans. Several hours later, here we are in front of an open again Test Track. It's about 7 o'clock right now, but I also checked a little bit earlier and Test Track had opened up in the afternoon once the storm cleared out.
Yes, I just needed to wait an hour and 40 minutes in vain,
And then also several more hours after that.
and then come back and see 65 minutes. There's no way I would have beat you.
Let us know what other experiments you want to see down in the comments. Let us know what you do on a rainy day in Disney down in the comments. Make sure to follow us on social media at AllEars.net. Like, subscribe. And until next time, I'm Molly.
I'm Breedlove.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, it's Molly here. Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.